Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nico here. I hope you're having a good day or good night, whatever time it is when you watch this video. Okay. I'm trying to be quiet because it's like 3 in the morning. My daughter's sleeping, everybody else is asleep. I hope I'm loud enough for you guys. I already pulled for the collective spread, but I also wrote some stuff down. I think I'm gonna say first, and then we can get into the reading. Right, so I started to look at life like objectively, right? Like, if I'm experiencing this, why am I experiencing this? I'm probably not the only one in the collective that's experiencing this. And what is the spiritual meaning behind the experience, okay? I don't know if I want to read. Should I read? Yeah, because I feel like all of this has to do with health. So mental health. Should I read this one? I was gonna make a different video. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna read this one. Okay, gut. So I was focused on the gut because I've been having like horrible digestive issues ever since I ate steak and I like let somebody cook for me, which I like never do, right? And it made me like really think, because this has been a process to clear out my gut. It's been a process, and it's working, but I'm like, what does this mean spiritually, and how is it affecting my energetic vibration overall? So I looked it up. So the meaning of the gut spiritually to Greeks was the seat of the colon, the more violent passions such as anger and love, okay? So I think about when I decided to like eat the steak or whatever, like I think food has become an expression of not only how I feel, but something for me to like preoccupy my mind with, especially when it comes to like comfort food, like shit that you know you shouldn't be eating, it's not good for you, right? When it comes to stuff like that, it's usually because I'm dealing with something internally. So I need something externally that feeds me and makes me, it satisfies my flesh and not my soul, right? Because the issue is going to things that have no spiritual or soul benefit to you as a form of healing, but it's really a form of punishment. And I feel like unknowingly some people can choose their vices as punishment because maybe that's just how you were used to being dealt with, okay? As a child, like you do something bad, you get punished, or something bad happens, and then you do something that's not even good for you to deal with it, okay? Something about learning how to deal with your emotions. Anger and love being the two, that passionate nature, right? So the Hebrew meaning of it is seat of tender affections, especially kindness, benevolence, and compassion. So I definitely resonate with this one. I know like the diaphragm and like when you breathe, like all that shit's connected, right? Like if you hold your breath, if you're really tense in that mid section, I feel like it always affects your digestive system. So a part of that can also be like holding your breath, okay? Holding your breath is a sense of retaining control over something, and you're retaining the control over allowing yourself to feel the emotions. So anger, anxiety, sadness, direct sun exposure, cleanses the gut spiritually speaking. Okay, activates the pineal gland, promoting it to produce serotonin, which helps improve gut function. So I had no idea that serotonin helped produce, like, the chemicals helped your gut function. So imagine somebody who like is always depressed, or somebody who, isn't comfortable feeling their feelings. It's gonna be harder for them to digest their food, right? You're gonna have hella like blockages or hella backup. Okay, someone trying to block your gut feeling, okay, block your intuition, people that don't wash their foods before cooking / eating them. So this could be handling meat, or this could be handling vegetables or fruit, etc., right? Okay, sadness and fear, descending colon, the last step before poop leaves the body. So the descending colon controls sadness and fear, right? The last step before waste leaves your body. I feel like facing your fears and the reasons why you're triggered to be sad definitely allows a release. So I feel like that's a spiritual, kind of like a metaphor for that. Okay, releasing stuck emotions, yoga and breathing exercises. So holding your breath definitely isn't a progressive action. Breathing is a progressive action, especially if you're healing, okay? Physically, mentally, spiritually. Fiber-rich foods, probiotic foods, drinks, exercise, okay? Clearly, the gut is located where the solar plexus chakra is, okay? Can cause a feeling of lack of direction, insecurity, and fear of challenging yourself. Self-sabotage, okay? Causing indigestion or stomach pain every time. Oh, something else I realized, because my sinuses, like, whenever I like come back from like a spiritual attack, my sinuses always like loosen up, like, and everything just literally falls out, right? Which is crazy. It's just crazy how everything's like connected. But that was what I got for the portion that I looked up. I guess now we can get into the oracle portion of it all. So the first two cards that came out was the Heal Chiron card. Okay, definitely medical vibes. This is the medical symbol. So I think, starting off the message with focusing on the gut is essentially very conducive to this reading. So eating healthy, cleansing your gut. I've been drinking a lot of these like little shots that they have, okay? The shots have like enough, like, it's the consumption that you should have within a day, I feel like, and of course it'll go up for your body mass or whatever. But I've been drinking a lot of those and they definitely help. A lot of probiotic drinks, yogurt and stuff like that definitely has been helping. Today I've ate, or for the last 2 days, it's just been veggies, fruit, and fish, and like, yeah, I feel a lot better, and a lot of water. More water. Honestly, I should be drinking more water. I used to be able to drink a gallon a day. Now I can only drink like a half of a gallon in a day, and like the other half and a half of another one. Like, it's weird. I don't know. Anyways, so Libra balance came out. I feel like this is the collective balancing out your diet. I feel like the diet is conducive to the spiritual aspect of your existence, and like, maybe if you're not that spiritual, then you're not really aware of the effects that your health has on you spiritually. But if you are somebody who's like really into fitness, really into working out, you should definitely look up those components that also go into making for a healthier mind. Because I know people always say like, oh, exercising always makes me feel like it helps with my depression and so on and so forth. But yeah, there's always a deeper meaning, right? So I feel like the collective is just balancing out a lot of things. Now I did pull the Two of Cups, so when I see the heal card, this could also be you, because we talked about the throat chakra as well, or I don't know if I mentioned that part of it, but something about acid reflux is significant. Okay, burning your throat or something. Okay, yeah, throat and chest, sadness, not wanting to feel or say anything after experiencing something. So I feel like I'm reading for the collective of people who, like, when you go through something, either you're somebody who's had to learn how to forgive people without them apologizing so that you can detach and move forward, or you're somebody who's used to having conversations with people after things happen, either fixing them or like it just not working and you going your separate ways kind of energy. So I feel like there's also a lot of that energy in the collective. Okay, a lot of conversations being had to balance out certain situations, okay, with people, places, and things. This is even you healing the conversation and the love in which you have for yourself. Okay, I feel like the more you are in tune with your vessel, the easier it is for you to be in tune with your emotions. Okay, so a lack of bodily expression was something that I picked up. So if you're somebody who is a dancer, or like you did yoga or you did exercise and you stopped, like you're realizing how that has affected your everyday life. And like also another part of being healthy, like you don't, this is, I'll speak for myself and say that like my body does a really good job at cleansing things out. Okay, now I'm realizing that because I haven't constantly eaten meat like beef and like things like steak, that when I eat them, my body's gonna take a longer period of time to cleanse it out. So that's not really something that I can, eat and be like, oh, well, I'll just drink teas and, do my ginger shots or probiotic drinks, whatever, and it'll flush it out easier because my body's really just not used to it anymore. So there's something about um, learning like your new hacks to your vessel. Okay, now that you are operating in a higher vibration, you have to learn what works for you now in this sense of who you are. Okay, when I look at the balance, I always have to count them because they don't say them. In the Seven of Pentacles, okay, this is also giving, I've been picking up on like a lot of people who have farms who've experienced natural disasters. Okay, you're looking at your farm and you're realizing like how much work it's going to take for you to fix your farm, and how much energy and how much effort you're going to have to put into it in order for it to fix. But I feel like the energy and effort that you're going to have to put into fixing your land is going to transpire within your own vessel. So maybe not look at how long of a time the work is going to take, but focus on the journey. Don't focus on the destination. I also feel like this is the thing that you're fixing is a lot of what other people need. So if you do have a farm, maybe it's time for you to involve yourself with people who are environmental activists. Okay, get with people who are serious about the land and everything that we're experiencing in tandem with climate change, because I feel like you're gonna be able to build a whole team of people that are gonna help make the work a little bit easier for you. Okay, and even if it's just like, because I see somebody going from having like a really big farm to like I don't know what it's called, hydro hydroponic plants, where they have like the things and they're just in water. Somebody's gonna utilize technology to up the quality of their farm, and also so that if a natural disaster comes, you have a way of saving your crops. Okay, saving your soil, saving your land. Soil is also in tandem with the root chakra, the sacral chakra. I'm also looking at the root oracle card right here under my phone. Okay, but I feel like judgment is being called. The effort and the work that you've put in is truly bringing balance into your life. Okay, the invitation card is here with the Ten of Cups. I feel like this is just establishing the groundwork. Okay, it's really just about love. Okay, love, compassion, understanding how everything is connected and how that we're really no different from one another. Like our ego is what makes us different from each other, but when we really get down to the root of everything, we're all pretty much of the same vessel. Okay, I feel like a lot of people are starting to understand it. The Sun card, how to work together instead of working against one another. Okay, this is like taking advantage of sales kind of thing. Like why go against your strongest player when you can add them to your team and produce more of a benefit. Okay, things that you're not getting from other people, you usually will get from the people that you shy away from, and that's usually because you're looking for certain people to embody characteristics that other people embody, but that's not who they are. So you have to allow the person that triggers you to inspire you and not make it a thing of competition. Okay, so Sun Source, I do feel like you could be moving somewhere where it's more sunny. Okay, the Three of Cups and the World card is here. So this is giving me a renewal of relationships. This could be you celebrating this Ten of Cups. This could be you utilizing your community to provide for you what it is that you lack in certain areas, even with the going back to the farm thing, like having people in your community that will help you put your hands in your soil to reproduce on your farm. Okay, because the farm is going to feed everybody. It's not just going to feed one person, right? People have to think in that sense. The discomfort card was right behind it. So when I see the World and the Sun card, this also makes me think about climate change, how the sun coming closer to the planet. Okay, more sunlight I feel like is necessary for the activation globally of Christ consciousness. So climate change is like scary, but it's also essential for the evolution of not just the planet but for the people. Okay, and I'm looking at this like, look, I feel like this is the end of it, where like all the fruit has came in and you're celebrating your harvest. And I feel like that's what the invitation card is. It's really just, when I look at this, I'm like, it's spirit calling judgment and inviting you into this sense of wish fulfillment that it is that you need, so that you can close out new cycles and start new ones. Okay, now the discomfort card came out over here. Debilitated. Yeah, so this is what I was picking up on. The lack of sunlight. Okay, some of you could be hermit too much. I heard somebody's really pale. You could be noticing how pale you are. I feel like the need to get more sunlight. Maybe you don't like being outside in the area that you're from. Okay, you're realizing a lot of people are shady. A lot of people got a target in your back, but you're connecting with your spirit team to ensure your safety in the 3D, which is giving you more of a momentum to go outside, which is also having an effect on your gut, because we just talked about that. Okay, being able to release anxiety by sitting in the sun, absorbing the sun. Okay, there's also, okay, the King of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Swords. I feel like you're in this like meditative state, right? And there's somebody moving towards you to give you some type of information. Okay, but I feel like whoever this person is is only moving fast now because of something that they realized in a state of solitude and meditation, something about divine timing, okay, being at play here. I feel like this is an awakening of feelings associated with your sacral chakra, all right? Right, because we got the Four of Wands and the Hierophant. So definitely contracts, legal contracts, love, light, all that good shit, right? And balance, honestly, because you can't have light without darkness. I feel like you learning what it is that you want from partnerships. I heard somebody's stepping up to be a teacher, okay, a guide for someone. I'm also getting a whole bunch of other shit. But I'm gonna save. So I have an OnlyFans for tarot, for like the shit that's too explicit for tarot. I was gonna upload my darker readings on there, but I feel like I need to build more momentum until I just scoot them all over there. But definitely gonna be posting content over there too, so check the description box for that. Okay, a death in the Five of Wands. So this is giving me like, okay, a rebirth. Okay, so the idea of competition, like we just spoke on, somebody said I can't be the only one who's not a natural born competitor. So you're not a natural born competitor, you're a natural born leader. Leader is somebody who is aware of the needs and wants of the community and does what they need to do to provide that for them, but also honoring thyself, okay? So I feel like a lot of people are putting it into this conflicting spirit. Maybe there's a person in the star energy that's inspiring a lot of people, or people are understanding that they're stars in their own right, okay? Partnerships, activate and be loved. North Node, exploration, structure. The retrograde has got us all reviewing a lot of shit and realizing the goal, okay? Digest, like we were just talking about, okay? Virgo energy, confrontation, arrival, strength, home, investigate, community, and pinnacle, midhaven. So everybody who is I feel like on a certain spiritual path is like tapping into the understanding of the change and the velocity of the change of the land, and realizing that opposition and opposition only creates stagnancy. So if you're making somebody in opposition to you, you're just stagnating yourself, you're stagnating your vessel, you're stagnating your plans, okay? Releasing that energy, giving it back to source, giving it back to the ground, okay? Using that energy to cultivate and really fertilize your soil in a new and improved way. This is altering the human ego and transforming it into the spiritually enlightened ego, okay? Which is giving you the understanding of how to make the ego work for you. Somebody doesn't want to share, somebody doesn't like to share. A lot of the things that you don't necessarily agree with about yourself, I feel like these new relationships, these new partnerships are going to help you understand why it is that you should accept these things into your life, okay? Thus creating a sense of freedom and changing the relationship that you have with your ego. Because I feel like a lot of people will allow their ego to block their blessings by thinking like, oh, this isn't good enough for me, or oh, this isn't how I liked it, or so on and so forth, right? And that's your ego. That's also you blocking your intuition, your gut feeling that's telling you that something's for you, okay? A lot of people are just learning a lot of grand lessons at this time. So that's what I got for the collective reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you check out my description box for all my social media information. Definitely check out my site on Depop where I sell all my handmade items along with some other things. I'm gonna come to Etsy. I said fuck it and I'm going to Etsy. The Etsy link will be posted. I just need to minimize. I need to minimize some of the things that I'm doing. So we're gonna hop on Etsy. But I love you guys and I will see you later. Bye.